Welcome back to the vlog. You're watching HQBMW, and today we're gonna do a winter tire swap on a Hyundai Santa Fe, and I'm gonna bring you guys along and show you all the steps. First thing you want to do before you jack up the vehicle at all is go around and loosen all the lug nuts on the vehicle, because when the vehicle's jacked up, you're not getting the lug nuts undone. Remember that. So go around, loosen all the lug nuts off, and then we'll put the car in the air. Alright, we got all the lug nuts loosened off. Make sure you block the tire to prevent the car from rolling. Me and my younger brother, Chris, works with me, aircraft guy as well. But right here you can see there is a jacking point for the Santa Fe. So we'll get this jacked up and take the two back tires off. Car's jacked up just enough to get the wheels off the ground. Let's pull the wheels off and get the factory with the winter tires put back on. For some of you that run aftermarket wheels, you may have a hub-centric ring. What this does is actually make sure that the rim sits perfectly centered on the rotor. This will prevent the vehicle from having an abnormal wobble and just make your life a whole lot easier. But make sure you take this off before you put the factory wheels back on, because the factory wheels have the proper inside bore for the factory lip. And since you got the wheels off, so it's a good time to inspect the brakes. Rotors are in good shape, no marring, no grooving, look good. And I'd say there's 6 to 8 millimeters of brake pad left, so probably good till springtime, summertime anyway. So let's get this hub-centric ring pulled off. Here we go. Don't lose this. Make sure you put this with your the other lug nuts for your summer wheels. You want to make sure that you put the lug nuts back on with your hand and a socket. Just start them by hand, and then you can use the impact. If you tried using the impact first and then throw them on, that you can cross thread them, and if you cross thread them and you start them with the impact wrench, you're not going to have a very happy situation, and something you probably don't want to do. And that's the backs changed. So you're not done yet. We'll put the car back on the ground and then we'll move to the fronts. And before you do anything else, you need to make sure that you torque all the lug nuts properly, because if you don't, you'll have premature warpage on your rotors, and you just don't want. Make sure you torque them to the manufacturer's recommended specs, and you'll prevent any issues. So let's get this back on the ground, and we'll do the fronts. Same thing in the front. Make sure you refer to your owner's manual for the correct jacking points. You don't want to jack the bottom of your oil pan, because then you'll make a disastrous mess and be really upset with yourself. And you probably should have just paid someone to do your tire rotation, because it's going to cost you a pretty penny to have your car towed to a shop and have the oil change or the oil pan replaced, and you still have to replace your front tires. So just check your manual and jack it in the right spot. I did some research this afternoon and found that the torque specs are 80 foot-pounds. So I got this set to 80 foot-pounds, and now we can go around and torque all the lug nuts. So one important fact that you need to remember is when installing the wheel, think of, you got to install the nuts in a star pattern. So if you start in this lug nut, you want to go directly across, which would be here, and then directly across and across and across. This makes sure that the wheel sits properly on the rotor, and then when you torque it in that star pattern, that prevents the rotor from warping and causing you more grief. So just make sure you're always working in a star pattern when reinstalling the wheels on your vehicle. Okay, there you go. They're all torqued, all installed back on the car. Easy peasy. I think it took us maybe 30 minutes. That's with vlogging it, so I kept stopping and make sure I got the camera to show you guys. So it really is a simple task. Just take your time, and with the right tool. If you don't have the right tools, you can either go and buy a set or just use your shop. But if this is something you want to tackle yourself, all you need is a good socket set and a torque wrench, a jack, and you can do this job too. Save yourself, you know, a few bucks from doing this twice a year, because if you have summer and winters, you're doing it twice. And there you go. So we're gonna send Bro off and all ready for the winter season. One thing to note after you've torqued the wheels is you want to recheck them in about 100 kilometers, just to make sure that just with driving and boogieing around and getting hot and cold and hot and cold, just double check them after about 100 kilometers and make sure that they're still torqued at the right specs, because you'd hate to have a wheel come flying off on the highway. That'd just be super dangerous. Alright, there was an easy job. A little dirty, a little messy, just because it's wet and super snowy out. I haven't spoke to you guys in a while, but winter is upon us. We got a really good dump of snow last night, and I think it's here to stay. There's one person in the family that enjoys this snow. It's the puppy. Diesel is our puppy. She's just over 1 year old, and yeah, she's the only one that likes this white stuff. I can't wait for springtime so we can get car seats and start it again. But if I keep thinking like that, it's gonna be one heck of a long winter. So we're gonna go grab the X1 and pull her around and start editing this vlog for you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Please like, comment, subscribe. Peace.